Alright, so this is a normal morning with me. I typically wake up and help get Lily going for the morning with Nate, so we feed her, give her treats, because she usually loves to have morning treats. And then after Nate leaves for classes, I usually make myself a cup of coffee. This is the donut shop for the Keurig, and I start looking at my social media, so Twitter, Facebook, text, emails, all of that. And then usually about halfway through it, Lily likes to come up and get a little bit of attention. She's pretty lovey in the morning, so I try to take as much advantage of it as possible. Then she got a smell of my coffee and was not a fan and stalked off to go be mischievous, which is her day job. She makes a living being mischievous and getting into stuff that she really shouldn't. That's the reason that I make this face, because she's doing stuff that she shouldn't. Then, after she finally makes her way off my bed, I continue to look again at more social media. I like to check up on all of my personal and school emails in the morning, make sure that I haven't missed anything important. I also have Buffy on in the background, so I like to catch up on my Buffy. I used to watch the show as a kid, so I'm rewatching it for probably like the fourth time, and I'm currently on season 3. Then I get a phone call from my stepdad, usually just checking in, seeing how the morning's going, seeing how all the critters are doing, because we also have our dog here. And after that's done, I go start getting ready for the day. I try to finish my coffee. Lily just hit my microphone. I try to get my coffee done as fast as possible too, so that after I brush my teeth, I don't have to worry about it again. So sorry that Lily whacked the microphone. I hope it wasn't too loud. As I said, being mischievous is her #1 job. So then I'm going into my bathroom, which just got redone, and I absolutely love it. I love the color, I love the new cabinet, the new hooks, all of it. Get a couple stretches in, and then start putting my hair up. This hair is so thick and so wild that it won't stay up in anything that I put it in, so I usually have to redo it a couple times in the morning so it'll just slide out. I also try to use those elastics that are like tied off so that it doesn't damage it as much, and also doesn't leave a kink, because my hair can get kinks pretty easily since it's naturally wavy. So I get it up into some semblance of a messy bun as I watch Scandal on my iPad, because I like to have a little bit of background noise while I'm doing things. This is apparently a struggle to get my hair into this bun, according to my face here. But I watch my Scandal, get it all going, and then I'm going to start brushing my teeth. I'm going to be using my Crest 3D White Brilliance toothpaste on any regular old toothbrush, and I do brush for the recommended 3 minutes by dentists, even though it's exhausting and usually makes my gums hurt. But I'm very prone to cavities since I have weak enamel just from genetics from my family, so it kind of sucks, but I try to brush as best as possible while watching my show. After that, I'm going to go in and wash my face with my Purity Cleanser and my sponge from Boscia, which is the one for oily skin, the charcoal-based one, and each quadrant of my face gets 15 seconds for a total of 60 seconds of washing. I count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, etc., and my cheek gets 15 seconds, my other cheek gets 15 seconds, my chin, upper lip, and the tip of my nose get 15 seconds, and then the bridge of my nose and my forehead gets 15 seconds. This just provides the best deep cleansing for me in the morning. I like to use my Clarisonic at night after I'm taking off my makeup and everything, just because it gets an even deeper clean. But in the morning, I just want to use something kind of gentle and nice on the face, so I prefer the sponge. You can get these at Sephora, and they have ones for all different kinds of skin types. I just like this one because I have oily skin. So then I'm going to clean my sponge out, because it does have to be cleaned every day and then also hung out to dry. There's not like an easy place necessarily to hang any type of sponge, so I just hang it off my Purity Cleanser and let it air dry that way. And then once I'm done cleaning that, I'm going to rinse my face off. I rinse it for a pretty good amount of time just because I want it to be very well rinsed and have no soap residue left over. When there's soap residue left over, you do run the risk of getting more breakouts because it can lead to clogged pores, and one of the best things to do is just rinse your face as much as possible. It provides a nice little bit of hydration, and then I like to go in and dry with my towel, and I just pat my face dry. I don't ever rub it dry. So I pat, and I'm going to tone with my Kiehl's toner. This is their one for oily skin. It's alcohol-free, which I've always used toners that were alcohol-based, so this is my first one that's alcohol-free, and so far I'm really liking it. I do find that when it's alcohol-free, it does take a longer time to dry, so I kind of flap my hands around like a weirdo trying to dry my face to make sure that it gets all dry, because I think that toner works better when it's dry before you put on any other product, so before you moisturize or anything. Once it's dry, I'm going to go in with this Pore Perfector from the Body Shop. It's like a Seaweed product, and I'm going to put that all over my face, focusing on my T-zone where I get the most large pores, so my cheeks and my nose. I have noticed a difference with this. It's supposed to tighten your pores over time, and it has worked for me. Not like drastic differences, but helps, and it's nice before makeup. So once I put that on, I'm going to go in with my eye cream, and I'm using the Kiehl's Avocado Under Eye Treatment, creamy avocado one, and this is kind of thick, so I pat it in, and then I do have to rub it a little bit. I know that's not good for your skin around your eyes, but I do rub it in a bit, and I use my ring finger just to provide the safest way to tug at that skin underneath. And I put this under my eye and even up onto my brow bone a bit just to kind of really hydrate the area. Then I'm going to moisturize my face using my MAC Oil Control Lotion. I've been testing this out, so I have a sample size, so it's been working pretty well. I lost a clip of my foundation, but I used my NARS Sheer Matte with a Maybelline FitMe concealer under my eyes in a beauty blender, and then I set with the Emphasize and Anastasia from the Anastasia Banana Powder and MAC Emphasize. Then I went in with the Fair Concealer from Maybelline FitMe again on my nose, put that there with a beauty blender, and then I covered up any blemishes with the MAC NC15 Concealer from their concealer palette, and then I'm going to blend that out with a Flat Top Precision Kabuki from Sigma. This provides just a really nice blended out coverage over those blemishes, so it works the best to camouflage mine. Luckily, I didn't have an insane amount, just some redness that I also wanted to cover up today. And then I'm going to set that using the Dim Light Ambient Lighting Power from my Ambient Lighting palette from Hourglass. I use this on a stippling brush because so far I've really liked using a stippling brush to set things because I think it provides the most natural look. It doesn't look too cakey and just kind of goes on nice and sheer. Then I'm going to use Omega from MAC. It's one of their eyeshadows that's a matte, and I'm going to put that into my crease using a Sigma E40 blending brush. It's just a really big fluffy blending brush, as I'm sure you know, and I'm just very, very sloppily putting this into the creases of my eyes. Then I'm going to go in with a little bit darker of a color, which is going to be MAC Soft Brown. It's a little bit of a contrasting color for it, and I'm going to use the exact same E40 and put this into my crease as well, very, very sloppily again. This provides just a nice blown out definition to the crease, which I personally enjoy for just a day-to-day look. Then I'm going to go into my Naked 2 Basics palette and take the color, I believe it's Stark. It's the second lightest color in the palette, and I'm going to put this over my lid. It's another matte color, and it just kind of defines my lid space. After that, I'm just going to blend it all out again using my E40 with no extra product on it, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines over any part of my eye. Then I'm going to fill my brows in with my Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown. This is a pretty long process for me, so I'm going to kind of cut it out because it just takes a long time to fill in my brows. After that, I'll go in with MAC Mylar on a little pointed brush and put this underneath my brow bone on both sides, and then I'm also going to put this on my inner tear duct. This brush is just from Bare Minerals, and I've always used it for this purpose, and it's just one that, you know, I don't even know like the real name of it because it came in a kit, and I've just always loved it. It's just really great for highlighting in those areas. And I also like this highlight color because it's very nice and natural, and I prefer a matte one for my day-to-day look. I'm going to go back in with Soft Brown on my flat definer from Sigma and put this underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to put this on both sides just kind of lightly to provide a little bit of definition, and then I'm going to buff it out using that Stark color again from the Naked 2 palette on a pencil brush. And once I blend it out, it'll just give it a nice diffused look, but it looks like it defines my bottom lashes a little bit more, which I really like the look of that. Then I'm going to go in with mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Pumped Up Colossal on my upper lashes and the Rimmel Lash Accelerator on my lower lashes. I like to use two different ones because I tend to get smudging underneath my eyes, and the Rimmel Lash Accelerator works as the best one to prevent any smudging underneath my eyes. After that, I'll go into contour using NARS Laguna. I'm also going to use this as an all-over bronzer using the NARS Ita brush. So I'll put this on the hollows of my cheeks as well as up onto my temples. I'll blend it over my cheeks a bit to add a nice little bronzed appearance. And then once I'm done with that on each side, I'm going to bring it up, like I said, to the temples and then up onto the forehead as well, just to provide a nice overall bronzed look. So it'll go up here. I'm going to blend it out really, really well and try to make it look really diffused and natural, but I did want to have a nice little subtle glow to my face today with this. So I like the Laguna because I think it just is a good color to match your skin for pretty much everybody. And I am just blending just as much as possible. And then I'll use just a little bit of the NARS Laguna to contour out my nose a little bit. Not too bad. I have a little bit of a crooked nose from a accident from when I was younger. I don't even know when I actually got it. And then I'll also do it underneath my lip for a little bit of definition, as well as underneath my chin to carve out that jawline a bit. And once I'm done blending that out, I'm going to move on to blush, which is going to be NARS Madly. And I'm going to put this all over my cheeks and up a little bit to the back area to kind of elongate my face a bit. Madly is my favorite day-to-day blush. I absolutely love it. Then I'll go over with the stippling brush and just blend everything out so that there's no harsh lines and that everything looks nice and blended together and seamless. And I'll also make apparently look a weird face. And then I'm going to use my highlighter. This is the Luminous Light Powder from Hourglass. It's one of their ambient lighting powders. And I'm going to use this on a Sigma Tapered Face highlighter brush, I believe it's called, over my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, my chin a little bit, and my cupid's bow, just to bring a little bit of a natural glow to my face. Honestly, on a day-to-day basis, I might not even use a highlighter. I'm going to go into my hair now, which is exciting. This mop I'm going to brush out using my Tangle Teezer because it's long and out of control lately. And then I'm just going to pull it up into a super messy top knot. I mean, it's not like hair flying everywhere top knot, but it's not perfect by any means. I'm not trying to make the perfect ballerina bun in any way, shape, or form. I'm just getting it up there and out of my way because I like how it looks with this really casual sweatshirt that I have from American Eagle. Now, my bun, I'm just going to use a regular brown elastic to secure it, and then I'm going to bobby pin any pieces that aren't where they should be or pin them back underneath the elastic. And it just takes a little bit of working to get the exact one that I like, a little bit of pinning, a little bit of tugging here and there, because honestly, no top knot is perfect. If you can get a perfect top knot on the first try, it's really exciting, and I think the best way to do it is to not use a mirror. That's what I do. I just don't use a mirror when I do it because then I end up getting a good one because I'm not stressing too much about my top knot. So I'm going to go through, pull out the pieces, pull out the sides, and move on to my lips. So my top knot, like I said, looks a little bit messy, a little bit undone, which is how I prefer mine. And then for my lips, I'm using my Too Faced Perfect Lips liner in Perfect Nude. I'm lining my upper lips just a little bit over the lip line to make them look a little bit larger since I do have a thin upper lip. And then I'm going to completely fill in my lip as well and do the same on my bottom lip. I like to use this as a base for anything that I'm going to do. Like if I put a lip balm on later, I just like the way it makes my lips look. And then I'm all done. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks!